Okay, before we get started, I've got something to say and I've got something to show you. Okay, you've got to promise me now not to laugh when you see this. You've got to promise me now. Okay, right. So, since we are going into a 6-week lockdown here in Northern Ireland after Christmas, I had to get my hair cut. All right, I just had to. I could not stand it being long. Okay. And this is a big change, alright? This is why I'm a bit, giddy about this. It's a big change. But a change that I have to get used to. This is a different trim, I know. A very different trim. It's kind of resembling the old Scott Vance. If you go back on my channel, I used to have short spiky hair. And this is something like that. Oh, look at the fade though. The fade is like pretty banging. But obviously having my hair this short is not something I'm used to anymore. So when it happened, when I looked at it, I was like, oh my days, that's so different. But it had to be done. We're out here trying to survive this coronavirus thing, and part of that survival is having your hair short as a lad. You can't have long hair. And if you can, well done for pulling it off. Don't know how I feel about the wax in it. Might just, have it flat, have the, the buzz cut going on. But, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna look back in this video and my hair's long again and go, what the fuck? What is that? But nah, it's good. It is. No, it is. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, we're going to be doing something very, very interesting. It's a wrestling video. Obviously, I said I was starting to make wrestling videos again on the channel. And so I'm going to make I can't focus. I am going to make important wrestling videos on this channel. Like me voting for the Slammy Awards. This is the big award show they have in WWE. And they haven't had this in a good while now, I've never voted for this in my life, so this is interesting. Before we do get started though, come and take a stroll with me real quick. I gotta show you my room. My room is getting pimped out. Oh wait, that's not the phrase. My room is getting, what's the word? It's getting more added to it, let's just say. I've gotta show you this. Yo, take a look. Oh yeah, Nairobi. And then we got Walter White and Jesse down there. Look at, oh mate, that's so good. If you've watched Money Heist, if you've watched Breaking Bad, you'll appreciate these. Or Prison Break, look at that. The poster that they had in the FBI office. And a Money Heist mask there as well to hang up. The best one is definitely this Nairobi poster though. Look at the quality of that and how large it is. Whoever made that, I can't remember, but they did a good job. I am going to get more as well. You know what it is, right? I'm just addicted to Netflix these days and I'm just watching so many shows. And I'm getting attached to them. So much to the point that I've got to have posters of some of my favourite characters on the walls, you know what I mean? Just to make the room a bit nicer. My room is pretty bare, pretty bog standard. But having a few posters in there really just, adds to it, you could say. But we're not here for posters, we're here for this right here. So, the voting for the Slammy Awards is now open! Vote now for the 2020 Slammy Awards. The best of Raw and SmackDown! So, this will happen on the 23rd of December, 2 days before Christmas. So that's interesting. So here are all of the categories. Superstar of the Year, vote here, I'll open that in a new tab. Match of the Year, okay. Rivalry of the Year. Tag Team of the Year, Return of the Year, voting in the what? Ends Friday the 11th of the... I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Well, nah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna still cast my vote because the nominees were there, but my votes aren't gonna count now. It's alright, it won't make much of a difference. I still want to vote and share my opinions on YouTube, and then we can have a discussion as well in the comment section down below. So the nominees for Superstar of the Year are Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Randall Orton, Braun Strowman, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Asuka! Oh, I've just been to the orthodontist yesterday, got my braces tightened and all so I cannot be putting pressure on my teeth. Asuka, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. Okay, so if I was voting for the Slammy Awards, which unfortunately I'm not, but who would I say is the superstar of the year. Basically, who has been the best wrestler, who has done the most, who has put in the work, put in the grind. I would say, to be honest with you, the first name on that list, Drew McIntyre. He obviously became the world champion. He had a few great rivalries. The fact that he won the championship back from Randy Orton was a bit surprising to me. I was like, whoa, why have they done that? But he's still champion now, so he's had 2 title runs in the same year. So I don't know. I don't see why anyone would say anyone else, you know what I mean? Maybe Roman Reigns for coming back, winning the Universal Championship, turning heel and all that. So, I mean, that's definitely a contender. Randy Orton did pretty alright, but not enough, I don't think. Braun Strowman, he had a decent Universal title run at the start of the year, but still, nah. Bray Wyatt, he hasn't really... What did he do this year? Did Goldberg beat him this year, or was that... I think that was this year. So, The Fiend, last year was definitely better, I think, you know, when he won the Universal Championship then. Asuka, you know what, Asuka did very well to hold the fort when the pandemic started. She was, I think, appearing on both shows when there was no fans and all, and she was, you know, covering for a lot of people and just, you know, filling up spaces. You know, she was on commentary as well. She really did put in the effort to keep the show running, so for that, she definitely deserves a vote, I would say, but still, I would say Drew McIntyre. Sasha Banks obviously had that partnership with Bayley, turned face, won the championship, decent. Bayley had a very good and successful title reign, so she's definitely a contender for that. Becky Lynch, I mean, she got up the duff, so you know what I mean. She's not really, I mean, before that I guess yeah, but she was only here from January to like April until she dipped, so I don't see why she would win this, you know what I mean? I mean, you know, yeah. Charlotte Flair, what? When was the last time I saw Charlotte Flair? I mean, I don't really know. But the bottom line is Charlotte Flair, in my opinion, hasn't done enough this year. I think she was away just because of COVID and whatnot. So if I was to vote, unfortunately I missed the votes, but if I was to vote, Drew McIntyre would 100% get my vote. Match of the year, Undertaker versus AJ Styles, Boneyard match. That seems like such a long time ago, but it wasn't really. Damn. The New Day versus the Hurt Business. That was just on Raw. I didn't see that. Was that something to... I mean, if that's in the contenders, then that must have been some match. Oh, Edge versus Randy Orton. Oh, the Backlash one. Okay. The men's Rumble. Oh, that was so good. The men's Rumble match. Too sweet. AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan. Intercontinental Championship Tournament Finals. Don't remember that, to be honest with you. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. Oh, yeah. Oh, when that rivalry started, I was like, why is Jey Uso getting put into the title picture? But that was unreal. Sasha Banks versus Bayley. Yeah, good Hell in a Cell. AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn versus Jeff Hardy, the triple threat ladder match. Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns, okay. Becky Lynch versus Asuka back at the Rumble. I would say the men's Royal Rumble match, to be honest with you. This, oh my god, this was just so good. Wait, why are these blue and this isn't? Can I do something here? Oh, it just takes you to the link. Okay. Yeah, so I would definitely vote for the men's Royal Rumble match. You know, we started off with Brock Lesnar coming out and just dominating everyone. MVP returning, Drew McIntyre making his entrance and just Claymore kicking Lesnar outside the ring. Everyone went nuts. Oh, goosebumps, man. That was so good. And that's one of the reasons why we need the crowd, you know. And the Royal Rumble match is next month, and it looks like we're not getting a crowd, obviously. I mean, there's a slight chance, but probably not. So I don't know what they're going to do for the Rumble. Like, that's, you know the way they've, like, improvised for all these pay-per-views? The Royal Rumble is still one that you just need a crowd there, you know? You just do. I don't know how they're going to do that, man, but oh well. Yes, so that is my pick. That is my pick indeed. Rivalry of the year. Seth Rollins versus the Mysterio family. That went on for too long, I think. I mean, yeah, it was lengthy, and I was like, bro, can we put an end to this? Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Okay, good. Edge versus Randy Orton. Yeah, good. Sasha Banks versus Bayley. That could have been better, I think. I don't know, man. I think they waited too long for Sasha to turn face. It didn't seem special for me. R-Truth versus the World. Okay. Lana versus announcer tables. That's gotta get the vote. Nah, I would say it's either Edge and Randy or Drew and Randy for me. I would say Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Tag Team of the Year, the Golden Role Models, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. They're a very odd tag team, but they have, you know, proved that they're a decent wee team. The New Day, the Street Profits, Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. The tag team division just seems a bit dead, you know? Like, some of the teams here just seem a bit random, you know? Like they're just thrown together for the sake of having a team. But I would say, I would give it to the Street Profits, you know? They've really come up from NXT and done a very good job on the main roster. Yes, didn't know what I was going to say there. You know, they came up, they won the Raw Tag Team Championships, then they switched to the SmackDown ones because they moved, and they've just done really well, you know, had really good matches, proved that they are a very strong tag team and know what they're doing. Very professional indeed, and they can be funny, you know, for the kids. They can be funny little role models. Right, so that'll be my vote. And then Return of the Year, the last one, Edge, Roman... Okay. We all know who's getting the vote here. Obviously, it's Sami Zayn. Edge, Roman Reigns, MVP, Goldberg, Sami Zayn. So, without question, for real, Edge had the best return. He was meant to retire. He did retire 9 years ago, right? And he was like, I've got this really bad neck injury. I'm done. I cannot compete or else I might end up paralyzing myself. 9 years later, the Royal Rumble 2020, the stage is set. Edge's theme music just hits and oh my god. I remember reacting to that as well and I couldn't believe it. It was just absolute... Hello? Barkley? It was just absolute insanity. It really was. So he definitely would have got my vote. Roman Reigns was good, but... He was only away for a few months, wasn't he? MVP was good because he was away for like a decade or something, you know what I mean? Goldberg. You know what? I do like when Goldberg returns because he's a legend, but the fact that he returned to beat The Fiend... I mean, it was a good moment, right? Because it was surprising and very shocking, but it was just like... Should that have happened? What? Huh? So Goldberg got a lot of hate, which wasn't great. Sami Zayn. Oh yes, he came back after... He was the Intercontinental Champion, then he just sort of dipped because of COVID and came back and they had that, you know, double title thing or whatever. If he got a haircut, maybe, you know. Sami Zayn, his hair is so long now, he's got to get the trim like me and then we'll be on good terms. Nah, but for real, like, if I left my hair, it would end up like Sami Zayn's, and that's not what I want. I'm not gonna lie. Sure. Yeah. Edge would definitely get my vote there. So that is it for me voting for the Slammy Awards nominees. This show will be happening on the 23rd, remember, so stay tuned for that. Obviously, my votes didn't count, but I'm still going to support my people that I voted for here on the video anyway. So drop a like on the video for me if you have enjoyed, subscribe if you're new for more wrestling content. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.